Alright, hey dudes. So today I'm gonna be talking about something cool. That would be talking about best games of all time. Well, for me at least. You're allowed to think other games are better, but you cannot change my opinion. I'm gonna start right away, so let's get into it. So first we're gonna talk about the best games from older generation consoles. You know, these thingies. But yeah, anyways, let's get started. Alright, this is the classic Sonic series, and it's just so dang good, and it's really easy to get into, and the physics-based platforming is really good. It's just, fun to go fast. It's what Sonic's supposed to do. And you know what he says, gotta go fast. Sonic 1 is the least good of the original three, but Sonic 2 is my favorite. But that definitely doesn't mean that one can't be awesome too. The OST to all three of these games are just straight up awesome too, and there's no other words to describe the original Sonic games other than awesome. I got a couple more from the 16-bit era. None of these are Super Nintendo games, by the way. I do not like SNES games at all. Here we have Shinobi III. This is a great ninja platforming game all around. From the soundtrack, the gameplay, the graphics, everything about it. This game still holds up to this day. It has some cool Japanese culture in it too, like here's Mecha Godzilla, and also just straight up the settings to some of the stages too. You got to give this one a try if you haven't already. Now the next game I'm going to show off is not as old as the others. Sad, I know, but it's still insanely cool. We have Metal Slug 3, the third game in the series, of course, and this game has really impressive effects for the time, and graphics are just, I mean not graphics, the gameplay is just simple run and gun game, but it's an arcade game, so it was made to eat your quarters or yen like it was nothing, but you should totally give this game a shot if you haven't already, because this is a really good game, and there's a lot of secrets to find, a lot of alternating paths, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, do play this one. Alright, now I'm going to be talking about modern games. Yeah, I like modern games too. I know, it's crazy. It's really hard for me to find, good... It's really hard for me to, find good modern games, because a lot of them are just so microtransaction or DLC heavy, and it makes me really angry that they all do that. Kind of afraid how big modern series are going to turn out like Sonic if they start getting into this hungry for money stuff, which Sonic already does it kinda, but they usually release like one stupid DLC, that's about it. My first favorite modern game is kind of an obvious pick for me. It's Terraria. This is actually might be my #1 favorite game of all time. The devs for this game are super cool too. They've been providing free updates for over 10 years now, and I've been playing since 2012. And the game has changed so much since then. There's a big modding community too. Terraria will keep you engaged for a very long time. Now, onto the vanilla game. It's amazing. It's sort of a build up your character to fight the bosses kind of game. The game is extremely addicting. The art style looks great. The OST is very memorable. There's no way that you cannot recognize a song from the game. Let's see how the mods are real quick. There isn't really much wrong with Terraria either. I can't name really anything I don't like about the game. And one more thing, this game is only $10. Insane game and a must-have for any PC gamer. Next we have crazy difficult roguelike games, Blankie Sue. This game is a roguelike platformer that used very interesting object physics and choices as a major part of the gameplay. Every object that the player can pick up can collide with another object to move both. Also, by choices, I mean that you can choose the next zone you want to go to, you can choose if you want to be a criminal or not, you can choose if you want to sacrifice things on an altar or not. There's a lot of different choices you can make. Another thing cool about this game is secret finding. There's there are so many secrets in this game. There's so much to discover in Blankie 2, and the OST is pretty catchy too, but it's not as good as the first game's soundtrack. Anyways, you should try this game if you haven't already, if you're up for the challenge. Last but definitely not least, we have Cave Story, the best Metroidvania game ever made, and no, the walking simulator called Hollow Knight is not better. Leave with that mediocre opinion. So, about Cave Story, it has the OST, the gameplay, everything about it is pretty cool. It doesn't really look like a modern game though, probably because it was made by a single guy in 2003. I think because it was just a single guy, he was able to make the game exactly what he wanted it to be. And this ended up working really well. Sure, Cave Story is a freeware game, but it is an absolutely awesome one that everybody should at least try. Okay, so those were just some of my favorite games. My taste in gaming is great, I know. Anyways, thanks for watching. Here's the Patreons, blah blah blah, bye.